If anyone had told us in 1945 that there are certain battles we'll have to fight again, we wouldn't have believed it. Right. Racism, anti-Semitism, starvation of children, who would have believed that? I was convinced that hatred among nations and among people perished in Auschwitz. It didn't. The victims died. But the haters are still here, new ones. And so often I say to myself, really, what are we doing on this planet? We are passing the message as well as we can, communicating our fears, our hopes, and day in, day out, week after week and year after year, people kill each other.
Years later, the life of the Negro is still sadly crippled by the manacles of segregation and the chains of discrimination.
To this day, there are those who insist the Holocaust never happened, who perpetrate every form of intolerance, racism and anti-Semitism, homophobia, xenophobia, sexism, and more. Hatred that degrades its victim and diminishes us all.
And we are here to publicly condemn the Patrick administration's intention to sign on to secure community rights.
Talk to most disabled people and you'll find that they do want to work, but people don't look at their abilities, they look at their disabilities, so they don't offer them the job.
بچه بردیدنی مگم زن مرد فرق نداره.
On this day 15 years ago, Rwanda began its awful descent into the inferno of genocide.
She turns back to me and looks at my scarf, and I kind of had it back, maybe a little further back, so you could see my bun. This is my hair. And she points to it and she said, "What is that, a bomb?"
Hate is a cancer. It goes from cell to cell, from limb to limb, from person to person.
You will see a time in which we as a nation finally recognize relationships between two men or two women as just as real and admirable as relationships between a man and a woman. Together, we will have moved closer to that day when no one has to be afraid to be gay in America. When no one has to fear walking down the street holding the hand of the person they love.
My poor little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
And the person who hates one group ultimately hates all groups. groups. Those who hate Jews hate Hispanics and hate the blacks and hate homosexuals, hate that.